Hello, let's do Wordle for Saturday, February 7th. Yesterday we spun the wheel and it said to start with kitty, and I bet we're going to learn something interesting today. Okay, so what we learned is that there is exactly one T, and it doesn't go third and it doesn't go fourth. That's what that gray T is helping us with. So it limits where we're going to put T. I'm thinking just start with TR. R is a common letter. It'd be nice to get that. Maybe it's something that ends in E. Be nice to get. Actually, I wonder if trawl is good. I don't know. Tran Trans wouldn't be bad. But what if we just did an STR strap? Strep, get the E. Can I get an N somehow? There's gotta be something, right? Stern? I kind of like stern here. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, did not find the T. It's not TR, but I do feel like T's got to go there. I mean, it could be at the end, but let's look for something here. Would it be another? Would it be like a double E? Can't be teeth. TP? I don't know how that's spelled. That would be a weird guess to do. Maybe we do end in T. What could we put between it? EAT? So like something like LEAT, like pleat? Cleat? I want to get the P. Let's do pleat. Oh, cleat. Oh. Well, I hope there's not too many more of these. Oh, what's left? Bleat? I think bleat, I don't know if it's spelled that way, but bleat is what a sheep says, isn't it? Sheep or goat? I can't remember. I don't think we can repeat any letters, the E or the A. We know it has only one T. Yeah. Fleet is definitely spelled double E. I think it's got to be bleat. Yeah, it is. Okay. Interesting. That was quite trappy. I'm glad I got into the trap early enough that it didn't cause me to lose. All right. Stern worked out quite well, actually. I wonder if there was. I wonder what the better guess was, though. I guess we'll. First, we're going to spin the wheel and see what tomorrow's starting word will be, but then we will do some analysis. See how we did. All right. So Haven, suggested by Cordell Ring. So if you would like to follow along, then tomorrow start with Haven. All right. Well, let's do some analysis here. So the answer was bleat, and we guessed kitty. Okay, 286 words left. It's just crest. Interesting. Let's get that C. Is stern in the list? It's not. Spelt. Shout. I don't know. All right. Well, so the bottom of the list is 3.052. I did stern. Stern was a Stern would have lost on the aunt trap, specifically in this case jaunt, but it just depends on what order you guess the aunt trap in, I suppose. But it wasn't the aunt trap, so we're fine. Cleat was actually the best follow up, not pleat. There were 13 words left, but I did go pleat. From there, it was just cleat or bleat, so there wasn't anything else that I could have guessed there. I was forced to guess bleat no matter what, so I wasn't going to lose. All right, let's go back and look at crest then. From crest, we do pleat, and pleat finishes it. That's really interesting. Adept, agent, bleat, dwelt, event, fleet, pleat, and wheat. So the reason pleat is good is if the P is yellow, it must be adept. If the A is yellow, but there's no P, then it must be agent. If it's LEAT with the P gray, it's bleat, because we already got rid of the C. Dwelt is interesting. So the yellow L makes it dwelt. Event. E and T green, but no L makes it event. How does that separate from wheat? Oh, and no A. Yeah. Wheat would have the A. Okay. Fleet would have the L and E, but A would be gray, and then we'd have the T. Pleat is the answer, and then, so it would just be it. And then wheat would have the EAT, but no L. Interesting, yeah, so that just completely does it. So then bleed is our answer. All right. Guaranteed 4. It starts with tails. Wow. Oh yeah, tails gets 4 yellows. It's gonna go leapt here. And then from here, bleed or cleat. So it could get it in 3 or 4. Something like that. If we go steal, then we're doing even better, but we're in the trap. So bleat, cleat, pleat. So it says just guess them. Hopefully you guess them in the right order. But I think a lot of people would end up with this type, or maybe the pleat and cleat swapped, but depends on what you go for, I suppose. But you're not going to lose. But you could end up with a 4. An unfortunate 4. A due is what the official bot starts with. So with the A and the E, we must go trace, or we might lose on various traps. The ace to trap. I don't know what trap this is. Spear. Okay. From here, it suggests pleat again. And then from there, we do bleat. All right. So do you trace pleat, bleat? And then audio, second most common starting word. With the yellow A, we go table. Table would have lost on a bunch of stuff, but its table is a complete anagram of bleat. So we get a really nice picture here. I think it's a bed with a headrest. All right. Stare, another common starting word. Again, just pleat, and then we get in the trap. All right, and trace tries to get in 2. It does not. It's going to go metal here. And then if it gets lucky, it gets bleat in 3. Otherwise, it gets in 4. And then finally, clasp is what the official bot starts with. We have the L and the yellow A. We're going to go gloat and then bleat for a win in 3. All right. Now, I don't have all the clasp official bot ones memorized because we haven't really seen all that many yet. So we'll see what it actually does here. Oh, let me go back and grab a screenshot first, just so I can analyze in regular mode as well. All right. Did I beat the bot? All right. So in hard mode, 91 skill, 47 luck, well above average steps, 3.7. All right. How many start with kitty? 162. We've got steal as the most common follow-up. Maybe I should have thought of that. Maybe. All right. Trace is another one. Stern is the third place. Stare. Tails, trade, tread, trash, touch. It would do least, which is another Sally anagram. All right. Should have realized I could have done stale or steal or something along those lines. Anyway, and that would have gotten most of the letters. From there, it's just trappy. So my skill score got a huge boost from guessing these in the wrong order, but my luck score got a hit from that. All right. It does the same thing. Clasp, gloat, bleat. All right. We don't get to see the cheater rate today, but it's either 0.2 or 0.3, it looks like. 5.9% on turn 2. 32%. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it's off screen down there. 71%, 71.2% on turn 4, 93.9% on turn 5, 99.4% on turn 6, and of course we're losing on cleat and pleat. Bleak also, interesting. So you have the BLEA, and you can do bleak or blear or blea. Interesting. All right, well, let's refresh and look at regular mode as well. Okay. Gives me a lower skill score. I wanted a filler at some point. 69, nice. 132, starting with kitty. We've got steal, stare, trace, tails. A lot of these Saleh anagrams. Table, trade, tread, pleat, stern, rose. All right. And then its solve is slate, cleat, bleat. So it just skips pleat. It just happens to do bleat before cleat. Sorry, it does bleat before pleat. We don't get to see the cheater rate today. All right, 4.5% on turn 2, 25.9% on turn 3, 64% on turn 4, 90% on turn 5, and 98.4% turn 6. So that's a full 1% lower. Again, losing on cleat, pleat, bleak, blear, blia, things like that. Cool. Well, that's it for Wordle. How'd you do? If you'd like to watch the New York Times games, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.